I'm driving and I was just thinking in the church today, and I know that the enemy can use any person to make up a church. But in the church today, if you say you're following Christ, please have the spirit of discernment. Be able to discern the spirit of the enemy. Because you give these demonic people a place in your church.
The Lord doesn't want you to be fake with Him like you are in the world. The Lord doesn't want you to wear the mask anymore. What's the point? No, you can't hide anyway. You know what you're feeling. What's the point? Go ahead and cry anyway. You know.
Hey there. I'm driving and I was just thinking in the church today, and I know that the enemy can use any person to make up a church. But in the church today, if you say you're following Christ, please have the spirit of discernment. Be able to discern the spirit of the enemy. Because you give these demonic people a place in your church to do something. And that way, because they're doing that thing, they're able to justify the evil that they're doing behind that thing. When I must not be evil, because I go to the house of prayer and I do this for them and I do that for them. And they even graduated me as a member, not knowing anything that I have going on in the background. So as a church, and I can speak on it because I have experience with it. I remember me and my ex going to this church, and because he played the drums for the church, and the mistress used to bring the pastor food, the pastor turned blind eye to the activities they had going. He knew what was going on, but because my ex-husband, speak it into existence, I don't know if it's final yet, because he played the drums for the pastor would now sell his soul, sell his whole church for a bowl of soup, for his blessing. He think he's being blessed. He can use this evil person. Well, I'm playing the drums for them. I must not be evil. God will forgive me for sleeping with sister so and so. Another thing would be to hold people accountable. You know, God never said that life would be easy, but don't use that as an excuse. Oh, life is too hard for me to hold this person accountable. Who am I to judge? No, you are your brother's keeper to judge. Just because you gave birth to the narcissist doesn't mean you can't try to hold them accountable. You're the sister of the narcissist. You can hold them accountable. You're the friend of that evil person. Say, friend, you're being evil right now. Friend, you're being petty right now. Friend, you're letting the devil use you right now. Life is not too hard, or life is hard. Let me just let them go to hell, which is basically what you're saying. Life is too hard. Let me just let them go to hell. Really? That's not love. When it comes to judge, they use it as a weapon. Don't you judge yourself to become better? Don't you evaluate yourself? You use that as a self-love tactic to become better, to elevate. I used to think this way. I ain't doing it no more. I used to respond to you. Let me praise the Lord instead. I used to do this. Let me not do that. Are you judging yourself? And it's working great for you. Life is too hard to keep letting the devil use you. That's what life is too hard for. Life is too hard to continue to try to manipulate people. My life is too hard to continue to put karma on top of your karma on top of your karma. If life is really hard, give your life to Christ.